So welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K24 Next Gen. In today's video, we are back getting into a regular schedule of rebuild challenges, and today it's going to be the worst to first. Now this challenge is relatively self-explanatory. Basically the way it's going to go is we're going to go ahead and do a fantasy draft to make it a little bit harder. I'm not going to have any say. We're just going to sim through the entirety of the draft, and the goal is to be the worst team in the first, hopefully not second season, and then that following season, or if not the third season, have the best record and go on to win a championship. So this is always one of my favorite videos to do. I actually did one of these about 3, maybe 4 months ago, and I saw a couple requests to do another one. I thought, you know what, it's Friday. We'll take it easy, have a fun video today, because these ones definitely are always a good time. Let me know any other video ideas down below in the comments section. Of course, we are looking for ideas for series, challenges, whatever it may be, and I really do want to say thank you to you guys because there have been a ton of good recommendations in my comment sections over the past couple videos. I really do appreciate it. So anything else you guys got, let me hear it down below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm excited for this kind of, I don't want to call it like a laid back Friday video, but you know, we're not turning up the notch all the way in terms of difficulty, but this one is definitely fun. Let's get into it. Obviously, by letting the CPU go ahead and actually do the draft for me, it's going to make it just that much harder because I can't, you know, draft a 21-year-old in the first round, or maybe I can. I don't really know what's going to happen, but the team's going to be likelihood be better in terms of overalls if the CPU drafts it than if I do. So we obviously have to go ahead and select a team just so you guys know I'm not cheating. Not that I suspect any of you think I am, but we'll stop right about now, and we end up with the Golden State Warriors. They are our team. I'll sim through the entire draft. I'll see you guys with this team. All right, so this is the first look at the team. I haven't seen it yet. You guys haven't seen it yet. We're going to do this together, and I'm excited, nervous. I don't really know. Okay, whoa. Interesting. So I'm assuming we had a relatively high pick, probably like top 14, maybe a little bit lower, if Damian Lillard is here. We also have Domantas Sabonis, so a really good kind of 1-2 punch. Aaron Gordon, obviously championship kind of caliber, 4th, 5th option, whatever the hell you want to call him. He's our 3rd right now. Got Trey Murphy here as well, Kevin Porter Jr., who is, yeah, not really a good human being. Trace Jackson Davis, excuse me. Jordan Poole is here. We selected the Warriors, just can't avoid Jordan Poole. We got Jarris Walker here, relatively young. Josh Okogie, got Cam Reddish. Sandro is here. Nick Smith Jr., Keziak Paula, and Omax rounding out our 12, 14 guys, whatever the hell it is. So, yeah, you know, it's interesting. It's going to obviously have to bring up some very difficult decisions because I don't really think no matter what, a team that has, you know, both Damian Lillard and Domantas Sabonis on it is going to be the worst team in the league. So we're going to have some work to do. I'd like to definitely find a way. Actually, he probably already is, but get Jordan Poole in the starting lineup. I would. So we're definitely going to have a couple trades. Now, very good to remember is that in the fantasy drafts, you obviously reset everybody's picks. So, yeah, we're not trading away our first-round pick this year, but we are definitely going to be making some moves. I have found our first trade, and that's, yeah, it's interesting. It's not a deal that I love making, but it's one that's going to be beneficial for us for this first season. Now, it's kind of a shitty position because this would have been a whole lot easier if we had like a top 10 pick, honestly, because then I trade away 1-star player in the team, kind of sucks. But here with 2, I guess, in Sabonis and Damian Lillard, I kind of had to pick my poison. And although I don't really get Damian Lillard or Domantas Sabonis very often, we have a younger Sabonis. Overall wise, they're relatively similar, and we are trading Damian Lillard for what would be the best package I could actually get in Darius Garland and Yusuf Nurkic. So Garland is a very good player. I do not want to get that wrong, but he is only an 85 overall right now. He's 23 years old, and he's kind of yet to hit his stride. So he's very good, especially in 2K, but this is going to benefit us in the long run. Now my job, what I have to basically do, is just make the rest of the surrounding cast really, really bad because I can't just bench guys intentionally. It's a method I used to use. We kind of stopped doing it, and I'm definitely not going to start it back up today. So let's go ahead and make some more trades. Our next trade is going to be coming with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yusuf Nurkic, who we just acquired, Aaron Gordon, heading over to Cleveland for Jalen Williams and Duncan Robinson. Now, in terms of overall, there's not a really difference at all between Gordon and Jalen Williams, and yes, I do project, I'm sure many of you will as well, that Jalen Williams will be a better player in the long run, but here now, he's 22 years old. I think this deal makes some sense for us. So, again, just slowly but surely getting younger while not really sacrificing too much. That's kind of my main objective right now. We're doing this trade for a couple reasons. One, I don't love Kevin Porter Jr. I don't think anybody loves Kevin Porter Jr. I don't really want him on the team. And yeah, we're going to pick up a first-round pick in 2024 and Jalen Noel, who, although is not a bad player, he is technically worse by 2 overalls, according to 2K, than Kevin Porter Jr. is. So, yeah, Jalen Noel, welcome to the team. I'm definitely happy about the draft pick, though. I have absolutely no idea why this is even an offer, but Charlotte, for God knows what reason, wants to give me their top 3 protected first-round pick this year for Josh Okogie. Now, obviously, Charlotte's not going to be nearly as bad as they actually are in real life right now. They are led by SGA. You got Bridges, Duran, so they're going to be a good team in all likelihood, but a first-round pick for a 75 overall expiring contract, is not really necessarily smart, but I'm going to capitalize on stupidity like great people do. We're going to be making this deal with the Oklahoma City Thunder, sending them Duncan Robinson, our 2025 first-round pick. Now, it is lottery protected. That is definitely something to keep in mind, because if we're not the worst team record-wise this year, we obviously have to tank next year. But if we're tanking next year, our pick's obviously going to be in the lottery. You kind of follow me. So we're getting a worse overall here in Jalen McDaniels, and we're getting a top 3 first-round pick this year from the Oklahoma City Thunder, who, are probably going to be relatively good. I don't really know how it's all going to shake up, but first-round pick's a first-round pick, especially for Duncan Robinson, who, as much as I don't like Duncan Robinson, definitely would have contributed to winning on this team. So we are good there. I think we probably have 1 or 2 more deals. All right, so we're ready to go here for year 1 in Golden State. We have finalized all the trades we were going to make, and the rotation is set. So I went ahead and made some interesting decisions with this rotation. I want you to follow along for this. I'm going to try to keep it simple, try to keep it short. So Darius Garland, obviously going to be my starting point guard. Now, a rule I've kind of implemented for myself when I do these rebuilds, relatively speaking, is that, the best players have to start on the team, right? I cannot put Darius Garland and Domantas Sabonis at the bottom of my bench playing 0 minutes a night just to kind of capitalize on their talents next season. That's not how this works. They have to play a fair amount of minutes. Now, 32 and 32 respectively for those two is probably less than I would typically give them, but it is still a standard amount of NBA minutes for a starter. It's what we're going to do. I think it's fair enough. Now, the rest of the rotation. You got Jordan Poole, Trey Murphy, Jalen Williams, the rest of our starting 5. Again, if this was actually how I wanted to do this and I wanted to try to win, Williams and Murphy would definitely both be playing more and Jordan Poole would be playing less, but that is not the goal right now. We're not trying to win. The bench unit. There's not a lot of rules that say anything about the bench unit, so I have crafted this rotation the way I think it's going to work best. Cam Reddish is going to be my 6-man, Jalen Noel behind him. We got Sandro in here, Kiziak Bala, and Omax rounding out our 10-man rotation. Now, you might be asking yourself, where the hell is a guy like Trace Jackson Davis? Well, he's going to spend some time in the G League. The man is 23 years old. He was a second-round pick, and I definitely want to develop him as much as possible. Same thing's going to be with Jarvis Walker. I know he's a top 10 pick, but my argument remains the same, that he's young. We want to develop him. We're not trying to win. We're going to go ahead and send him down there. So, that feels like it's maybe a little bit kind of walking a fine line right there, but I'm going to go ahead and do it today. It's something I don't know if I've done in the past, but going to benefit us in the long run, and it's not like I'm playing, Domantas Sabonis 12 minutes and not off the bench. That would be a scumbag move in my opinion. So this is the way things are going to go. Now, ultimately, if by some miracle we end up being, a really good team. Now, to be fair, this team is relatively talented. Like, there's talent here. We're going to have to go ahead and make adjustments. I do not want to be bad in year 2 at all. I'd rather have that extra year to kind of build this team up, have the best record, win a championship. So I'm going to pay close attention, and I will see you guys either at the end of year 1 or when I make another move. Year 1 is over. It was an interesting season. Now, we were bad. As I wanted to be, we won a few more games than I would have hoped, trying to tank. But we had a relatively good team, right? I mean, we had 2 all-star talents in the starting 5. It's hard to lose with that. We won 20 games, though. So that is, teetering around the line. Last time I checked the standings, I think it was like 5 or 6 games before the season ended. Just because I wanted to make sure we were on track, doing our thing. And, it was not a good season. So hopefully nobody was worse than us. It probably would have been relatively hard to be. John Morant's your MVP. Holy shit, those numbers are insane. Victor Wembanyama is a Piston. He's your rookie of the year. That probably is just triggering the shit out of Pistons fans because they had the worst record in the league last year. They fell to 5 in the Wembanyama sweepstakes. Lonzo Ball, 6th man of the year, is a Portland Trailblazer. Wembanyama also is your deep boy. Jalen Johnson, most improved. Paul George back in OKC, clutch player of the year. Oh my God. All right, man. Let's check it out. This is going to be very, very important to kind of how the landscape of the rest of this video goes. So we are in the West. We are the worst team. Let's check it out. Oh my God. Oh my God. I saw the West standings and I'm like, we have to be clear, right? Like, there's no way somebody was like, I don't know. The Celtics win 21 games. They beat us out by a single game, meaning we can try to start winning now. Holy shit. Who's in the Celtics starting 5? Steph Curry. What? Whoa. You're telling me that this is a 21-win team? And I traded Damian Lillard, but this is a 21-win team? I have Jordan Poole in my starting 5. I mean, come on. I guarantee if I was using this team, I would not win 21 games. I'd probably win like 38, right? That's just how it would go. That team is not a 21-win team. That's insane. Let's check out the numbers real quick, see how things went for us. Darius Garland, Jordan Poole, funny enough, it actually seems like he was a relatively solid contributor. Sabonis I don't want to say near triple-double because that's not true, but very good season. Jalen Noel, actually our fourth leading scorer. J-Dub behind him. You got Murphy, Reddish, Sandro, Omax, Kiziak, Paula. I'm just so happy that we were able to beat out the Celtics. Not the first time the Warriors have beaten the Celtics. Yes, that is a dagger in my heart as a Celtics fan, but yeah, I'm very happy we were the best worst team. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's sim through the playoffs right now real quick. It is going to be a Kings and a Bucks finals. Interesting. Kings go on to win it all. Luka Doncic is your MVP. I mean, talk about what are we just triggering every fan base that's made mistakes? Or well, I just talked about the Pistons went beyond. That wasn't a mistake. That was just bad luck. Or well, the NBA wanted a franchise star in San Antonio, but we're not getting into it. But yes, this could be triggering to some Sacramento Kings fans because instead of Luka Doncic, they went with Marvin Bagley. Yeah, Dragan Bender scared you that much in terms of the draft pick, did it? Okay, let's get into the first offseason. LeBron not retiring. I always override that. You guys know this. Staff retirements, Popovich, also going to override that. Not going to let it happen. I actually am so dumb. I just saw Popovich retire, and I don't know why this kind of just triggered this in my head. There's no rule against it. It would have been probably a dumb decision, but how much do we think Steve Kerr contributed to this team maybe winning one or two extra games? Probably a decent amount. Like, he's a very good head coach. I didn't even Whoa. Oh, shit. This is the lottery. I thought I skipped up the draft. Okay, where are we? We fell all the way to 5. I mean, are you just fucking kidding me? God, this game hates me. Yeah, you know, I mean, the guy basically has perfect ratings. You know, if I could have go back and redo it, I don't know if I'd fire him, but I definitely would have considered it just because the idea of having a perfectly rated head coach is obviously going to help us win games more than it is lose games. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have done that. But you know what? It still worked out in the best. We still have our best coach. And we now have the 5th overall pick in the draft, which I'm not necessarily thrilled about. We also have 23, 25, and then number 30 from the Kings. So 4 first-round picks this year. A lot of talent to play with. Let's see what we can do. We're making a really big trade here. It's going to come with the New Orleans Pelicans, and it is as follows. Jordan Poole, number 5 overall, and number 25 overall are heading to New Orleans for Jaren Jackson Jr. and Aaron Nemhard. Now, I see that Jaren Jackson Jr. is listed as a center. I can clearly just move him to the power forward spot, and I'll just move J-Dub down to the 3, right? This team makes a lot of sense, and if you really think about it in kind of the grand picture, from a talent perspective, we're not that far off of being good, right? Like, with what we had, we intentionally were not trying to be good. If we really put like our best foot forward, as cheesy as it sounds, we can probably be a really competitive team. So picking up Jaren Jackson Jr. to take over as a new starting power forward feels like a really smart move. Jordan Poole had a decent year for us, but ultimately he was never going to be here long term. So might have 1 or 2 more trades. If not, I'll see you guys in the draft. I've decided to hop into the draft, use our 2 late first-round picks we have remaining. Now, will both of these players we draft end up on this roster? I don't really know, but we're going to go ahead and draft somebody. Ooh, I'm happy. Kyle Filipowski, I'm just happy to see that he is still breathing after the tragedy that unfolded when him and Wake Forest were playing against each other. Oh, man, happy to see him alive. Dalton Knecht sitting right here out of Tennessee. I feel like he's probably my guy. I also have Ryan Dunn. He's the highest ranked prospect, so you know what? Might as well go ahead and take him. So, I don't know. I'm just going off the 2K ratings. Dalton Knecht sitting here, too. I know they're both shooting guards. It doesn't really matter, but excited to have him. So, a 72 and a 73 overall, respectively. It looks like Knecht is actually the higher overall. Jalen Williams, I moved him to the small forward. He goes up 4 overalls. Is there any other player in this game that jumps up as many overalls if you switch their position than Jalen Williams? Because 4 seems like it's crazy. Right? I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up. Cam Reddish declines his player option. That's fine. That's fine. All right. Sandro, unfortunately, will not be getting qualifying now that we were trying to win. We look at our free agency options here. Really doesn't look like we have anybody. Also, weird enough, you move Jaren Jackson to the power forward spot. His overall goes down 1. Found that a little strange. I feel like he's more of a 4 than he is a 5. He's just maybe playing more of the 5 this year because Steven Adams is out. I don't really know. What we're going to do right now is probably make one more trade. Now, trading away Jordan Poole was a relatively easy decision, but it does kind of leave a gap at our shooting guard spot. So we have to go find somebody to take those minutes. We're going to go ahead and try to make a trade here with the Houston Rockets and pick up Austin Reeves. Now, Austin Reeves is not a guy I trade for a lot in this game. There's definitely better players I could go out and get, but unfortunately, the way this roster is constructed, there's not a lot of tradable assets on this team, if you will. So Reeves is affordable. I think trade-wise, we're going to be able to get him, and he's also a guy I don't get a lot. We're going to try to make a deal. Now, Okpala, Jalen McDaniels, we're never even going to sniff the rotation. Omax probably could have maybe gotten like third string power forward minutes, but like it's not that important. And to get a starter, I'm always going to do it. So wow, they actually took that straight up. That's a surprise. So the way I'm going to do this, I moved Nemhard to the point guard spot. He's going to be backing up Garland. Obviously, just picked up Austin Reeves, Dalton Connect. I'm actually going to play him. Why the hell not? We got two white boys at the shooting guard spot. J-Dub taking over as my starting small forward. You got Trey Murphy right behind him. You got Jaren Jackson Jr., Jarris Walker will now finally get some minutes. Sabonis, then TJD as our backup center. So very interesting bench unit we're going to have here heading into year 2, but I am very excited about the possibilities with this team. I really am. So yes, I know we might have some money to spend in free agency. We're not going to be spending it. I'll see you guys at the start of year 2. We have very quickly gone from a team that really didn't know what the identity of its group was. Now, we obviously had some talent last year. We didn't really try to maximize the value of what we had, but this year we are. We went ahead and made some moves. We've upgraded this team. We're seeing some nice progression. I think we're in a really good spot heading into our second year here in Golden State. So, Mr. Darius Garland, Austin Reeves going to be our backcourt. Austin Reeves, Darius Garland in a backcourt isn't like my favorite fit in the world, but it's 2K. They'll make it work. Jalen Williams takes over as our small forward. He was our starting 4 last year, moves to the 3. That overall is quite nice. You got Jaren Jackson Jr., who actually went down another overall. Very, very strange. As my starting power forward, still got some bonus here, rounding out the starting 5. Bench unit, Trey Murphy will be my 6th man off the bench. You got Jarris Walker finally getting some serious minutes in the NBA. As our backup power forward, you got Nemhard here, our new backup point guard. Trace Jackson Davis, backup center. And then Dalton Connect, 73 overall. Why the hell not? Going to be my backup shooting guard. So this is a very, very interesting season for us. Now, we don't have to technically be the best team this year, but I think it's a possibility, so might as well go for it. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. We had a pretty solid year 2 overall. We finished with 59 wins, which is, of course, very good. Now, is it going to be best of the best? I don't know if we're quite there yet, but we'll find out. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he is your MVP, man, and definitely going to be in the talks this year in real life, but he is a Charlotte Hornet here in our 2K fantasy draft. Alexander Sarr is a Brooklyn Net. He takes home Rookie of the Year. Lonzo Ball, 6th man once again. Wembanyama, let's just rename the award. The guy wins it every single year in 2K. Cade Cunningham, Most Improved, SGA Clutch Player of the Year. Doc Rivers, 58 wins in Milwaukee. We had 59 here. I know that for a fact. So does that mean maybe? I don't know. Also, timeout. If we won, 20 games last year, whatever the hell it was, and we go to 59, if not the best record in the league, you're telling me Steve Kerr wouldn't be the coach of the year? I find that hard to believe. Maybe give me executive of the year at least. All right. Challenge technically complete. I know I opened the video by saying that, you got to get a championship too, and although we're definitely going to try to do that, it's not originally part of the challenge, but yes, I'm obviously going to try to do it. But let's check out the numbers real quick. It was Darius Garland, Jaren Jackson Jr., Sabonis, Jalen Williams, Reeves, Walker, Murphy, Connect. Oh, Dalton Connect, rookie season. What do you shoot from 3? Just curious. 37, not bad, especially for a rookie year. Nemhard and then TJD. Rebounds per game is going to be Mr. Sabonis, and assists is also Mr. Sabonis. Round 1, it is us and the Sacramento Kings. They got Luka Doncic. They won a championship last year? I don't know. I forget, but he actually has a pretty good surrounding core. I will definitely say that. Definitely not as good of a second option as, Kyrie Irving is, but this is a very good surrounding core to Luka Doncic. So, they might have the best player in the series. I think clearly we have the better team. We are up 2-1 right now. We make it 3-1. Okay, they're fighting back a little bit. Okay, we win in 6. Now, moving on to the Denver Nuggets here in the West semis. You got Dennis Schroeder, Jalen Green, Okoro, Giannis, Nick Claxton. This is an insane defensive front court. I don't love the spacing, even though Giannis' 3-ball has gotten better, but insane defense. Jalen Green can hopefully be, reliable, as it would be a second option. We're 1-1 right now. We go down 2-1, down 3-1, force game 6, force game 7, win game 7. Oh my God. Wow, we come back from being down 3-1. 2K's on my side today. We got the Portland Trailblazers here in the Western Conference Finals. Halliburton and Hero is a fun backcourt. You got Bryce McGowan's at your 3, Jalen Johnson, Walker Kessler, Lonzo coming off the bench. All right, this is definitely an interesting team here to face. They are a 2 seed, so you got to give them a little bit of respect, but all right, we're tied up 2-2. We go up 3-2. We're going to the finals. We are going to the finals. Very interesting numbers from Sabonis, who just won conference finals MVP. Oh, shit. We're playing another really good European big man. Or foreign big man? Yes. I don't know. McCollum, Allen, Anunoby, Sohan, Jokic was, I'm assuming, probably at worst like the second pick, because I know Luka goes first in these fantasy drafts all the time. But, yeah, no, they're good. This is not going to be an easy series whatsoever. We are 1-1 right now. We go up 2-1, up 3-1, and I know it's been a while since I've gotten some gameplay, so I'll try to go ahead and get a few minutes in here if we're going to close them out. But, I mean, I guess that's worst to first in two seasons, so, I guess we technically completed the challenge on time. We got a relatively close game. I simmed way too far. I fucked that up, but I'll still get a couple shots up. All right, we are here in Golden State. We are currently up by 7 with 1:47 left to go. It is not our possession, so they're going to inbound the ball to who is Popson? I don't know. I want to make sure the starters are in the game. That's my fault. I'm completely lacking right now. I'll do that after this. Let's see. Sabonis. Good defense right there. All right, let's just run the break here with Jalen Williams and just, yeah, good night. I think this one's probably over again. As I mentioned, I jumped in too late. That's my fault and my fault only. But we are basically at the point right now where unless something catastrophic happens, we probably have this one in the bag. So, ooh, good move, McCollum. A little hezzy. Not bad. He's going to pass it over here to, I don't even know who that was. I don't know who's on the floor right now for the Atlanta Hawks. I don't know. Jalen Williams, who's going to be so... That was a foul. You just ran me out of bounds, right? You can't just run somebody and not get consequences for it. That's okay. That's 2K. But we've extended the lead to 9. We're going to do one more defensive possession, one more offensive, and then, of course, it's just going to sim to the end because it is over. Let's try to deny CJ McCollum. Oh, my God. That would have been insane. But, yeah, we're just going to hopefully wrap this one up very simply. This is TJ Warren. I'm not really sure. My controller is vibrating and crazy right now. This is James Wiseman, former Golden State Warrior, former number 2 overall pick. Can you imagine? I mean, I know obviously the Warriors did win a championship after they drafted him. Not like he was a contributor whatsoever, but just hypothetically, if they had drafted like LaMelo Ball. That dynasty is never ending. If that, I mean, it's just insane. It really is. All right, we're going to hit 2 free throws right here, and then we're going to go ahead and sim to the end. And this one is done. We're still going to go one more season. Of course, there's really no pressure, but, you know, ending this video after 2 seasons doesn't really feel fun. Let's wrap this one up. Worst to first is officially complete. We get the championship in year 2 while having the best record. Domantas Sabonis, a little bit of better numbers than what he had in the conference finals, but he takes home finals MVP as well. So let's go into our final offseason. Cannot override LeBron's retirement again. We had LeBronto here. I didn't even realize. Staff Popovich also cannot override his retirement, unfortunately. So we're just going to go ahead and just probably basically run it back. I don't really plan on many major changes. If any changes at all, that's just kind of fine with me. Staff signing, obviously, Steve Kerr not going anywhere. They need to update that picture of Steve Kerr. It's insane. We do not have our first-round pick. I would just like to trade this away. Oh, come on, man. This game makes everything so fucking complicated. I don't know why. It's a ginormous pain in the ass. Okay, let's hit team player options real quick. Williams, Walker, Nembhard all coming back. Beautiful. Trey Murphy is somebody I'd like to bring back in free agency. He's a very important piece for this team as a 6-man. And, yeah, give him 16 almost plus million AAV and welcome back. All right, so I might have one trade. I mean, the bench is actually pretty good. Like, I'm not really worried about it too much. I guess maybe you can upgrade Dalton Connect. I don't really see a real reason to do so because he was fine in his rookie season for us. So, you know what? It is very rare that this happens, but we're going to run it back with the entire 10-man rotation intact. I'll see you guys at the start of the 3rd and final regular season. Fresh off a championship, we are ready to go here for the final season in Golden State. It's very rare, but it does happen when I don't make any changes year over year. We are running it back with the same 10 guys heading into the final regular season. So Garland, Reeves, Williams, Jackson, Sabonis starting 5. You got Murphy, Walker, Nembhard, Jackson Davis, Connect as our bench unit. Funny enough, it's weird. I don't know if this game just hates Jaren Jackson Jr. and maybe Jarris Walker's just that good. But if I auto-set this, it'll put Jarris Walker in the starting 5. Why, I have absolutely no idea. I'm not trying to shit on the man, but Jaren Jackson Jr. is very fucking good. That's 2K. I'll see you guys at the end of the final regular season. Well, we made no changes to the starting 5 or the bench unit, and funny enough, we don't make any changes to our record either. We win 59 games once again, which is very good. It's just a little creepy almost that we had the same exact team, same exact record. I believe this is the second MVP of this video for John Morant. I believe so. Insane numbers. Cooper Flagg is a Houston Rocket. He takes home Rookie of the Year. He also wins 6th Man of the Year. Wemby, oh my God. Alexander Sarr, Most Improved. SGA, Clutch Player of the Year. Steve Kerr still hitting that same stupid pose he's been hitting since 2K16 is your Coach of the Year. So, I mean, we are the 1 seed, and we did have the best record in the league for the 2nd straight season, but I don't know, man. It's a little freaky. Like, identical record, identical rotation. Numbers are a little different, but I don't know. Weird. All right, who do we have round 1? Of course, this year doesn't really mean anything, but I'd love to go out. Oh, KD's still here. I'd love to go out and win another championship. So let's go ahead and sim through this. It's actually a pretty good play-in team right there, so I'm not going to take them lightly. I'm not just going to sim the round. We are up 2-1 right now. We go 2-2. Up 3-2. Close them out in 6. Minnesota Timberwolves here. Not a team we face. You got Devin Booker, Isaiah Joe, Vince Williams, Jabari Smith, and Yeka Kongu. Beal off the bench. Yeah, I don't think this team worries me too much. Western Conference Finals with the Portland Trailblazers once again. Oh, Celtics legend Jordan Walsh cracking the starting 5. Yeah, there's not a lot of other major changes to this team. They're good. There's talent there. I still think we're better. I really do. So we're up 2-1 right now, up 3-1. We are going on to the NBA Finals. Nope, it was the Pacers, wasn't it? I think it was, right? Yes, the Pacers. All right, Kobe White, Tyrese Maxey, Markkanen, Tari Eason. You got Nick Richards. Sorry, okay, there's just respectfully. Thanks. I saw us go up 2-0. I'm like, this shit's over. That is the fastest simulation of 4 straight games I've ever seen. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't know. We won the first 2, lost 4 straight. I don't know, man. This game and this just in general just confuses the hell out of me sometimes. I don't know, man. This was a fun Friday video. I'm, of course, happy that we completed the challenge in year 2. Obviously, alleviated a lot of the pressure. If we had ended it like that and, you know, that was the season that we had to win the championship, I would have been so mad. But no, we get it done. This one was fun. Of course, any other video ideas you guys have, let me know down below in the comment section. That is it for me. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.